out, bring them out. Bring them 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 out, bring them out. You just heard the sound of the king of the South. T.I.
It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And up next is the Texans' speedy running back. He comes into this one second in the league in rushing with an eye on becoming #1. It's the Texans and the Titans, and it's coming up next.
What better way to start off the afternoon than with some football, huh? It's time to get things started here on the NFL on EA Sports. Thanks so much for joining us, everybody. One final time this regular season. As always, joined by Brock Hewitt, I'm Kate Scott, as we get ready to put a bow on what has been an outstanding 18 weeks of football.
And for 14 lucky teams across the NFL, Big, this isn't the end for them. This is their last chance to tune up before they play on in the postseason, chasing that Super Bowl ring. But for the other 18, this is it. Their final chapter. Their final chapter in a story to take the field until September rolls around again. And for some, frankly, well, this might be the last time they ever put the pads on. So leave everything you got out there and do everything in your power to go get that win in this final week.
Cam Little out for the opening kick. And away we go from NRG Stadium. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So the Titans ready for their opening drive of the game. Leading them out, someone with a big arm and a field general's mindset, Drake May.
And all those touchdowns he had last week, Kate, he traded every one of them in exchange for a victory. It's team over individual for him. So even though he himself is coming off the exact type of showing you want, that kind of efficiency usually wins you games, he's not happy about it. And he will be focused on rectifying those things here.
Hauled in by Tyler Boyd. And what a hit there. Ouch, she pays the price for moving the chains that time.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. They hit a curl route of that length. It takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
Completes. It's Bijan Robinson. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. It's a pickup of 11. And the Titans will have a first down. From the gun, it's May. Pass is caught. That's Tim Patrick. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They'll run it here with Bijan Robinson. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Boyd hauls it in. Fights off a tackle, but he lost the ball. He left the ball behind. And no turnover. It's going to stay with the offense. Ooh, so close to a big play defensively there, Brock, but now these guys got to stay out there. They were unable to bring in the fumble. They just forced.
They do. Got to bring a little bit of juice, but kind of like a boxer when they get a guy cut, they know. Man, if I get that first cut, I can make them bleed. And you get that ball out the first time, I guarantee you, I promise you, those guys are thinking they'll get it the next.
And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means fourth down coming up.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Bertolet able to knock it through. And the opening drive of the game ends in 3 points.
Well, I know once that drive stalls out, that's where it really pays to have that reliable kicker on the sideline ready to bail you out. And he knocks that one right through to give him the lead.
Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. So here come the Texans for their opening drive. They'll be led out by the Utah State product and former first-rounder back in 2020, Jordan Love.
And, Kate, you don't have to look beyond his performance last week as really a root cause of their loss. I'm not saying the only cause. Others certainly had a hand in it, too. But you aren't winning a lot of games in this league or any league If you turn it over 3 times without a touchdown to counteract them, a lot of room for him to improve this week.
Running for the first time with a Tennessee rookie. And he maneuvers through the middle for a gain of 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a first down.
And defenders are there to get him at the line. It's Kader Kohu up to make that play. Looks like no gain on second down, and that leads us to 3rd and 6. Love from the gun. Hits his running back. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stops. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down. New slate of downs to approach here from the 40.
Let's go now. Go.
Lone back gets the handoff. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4. Shotgun now for Love. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
Love on 3rd and short. And someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Titans take possession as he makes his 4th interception of our season.
Defense.
So the interception's going to be remembered by the fans here, partner, but not by the official score. The interference call takes that away. They got the interference call on 3rd down, and that keeps this drive going with a new set of downs. Running it after the penalty. And this almost ended worse, but he gets a yard out of it. Edger and Cooper there to make the stop. Manages just a yard on 1st down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
60 Bison, 60 Bison.
Another carry for him. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27. They get 13 on the pickup. And it sets up a Houston first. From the pistol, here's Love. And the floater falls to the deck. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. And now they face 2nd down.
Those passes get more and more difficult as you try to get aggressive down the field. Those windows and throwing lanes, Kate, they're not open very long, and it only takes a little bit for a throw to be thrown off.
That throw comes up short. Need a little more muscle on that one.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Love out of the shotgun. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up. Cam Little now to attempt this field goal. It's 44 yards here from the left hash. The kick by Shudak is good. And we're all tied up now in the first half.
A dependable kicker, man. That is a coach's best friend. Saves him so much stress to have a guy he can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently. Because from that far out, no kick is a guarantee.
And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. The Titans and quarterback Drake May ready to go once more on offense. And they've been willing to both call runs for him and let him ad-lib as he sees fit. He's top 5 for rushing yards by a quarterback this season. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. On the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
The Texans close it in, and they will get him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up. One quarter down in this all-AFC South contest. Both teams neck and neck so far. We'll make our return to NRG Stadium after this. We're ready to go with the second quarter, and it's Titans football. They have it 3rd and 10.
Go!
May now from the gun. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down. Here comes the Titans punting unit. He punted a couple of times last week in their loss, and now gets this one away. The Texans back out on offense. Their running back headed out once again. And he has just shredded NFL defenses so far this season. You can see he's sitting 2nd right now across the league in rushing yards. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Love looking to pass. Short pass brought in. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
Translatable skills. That's what you call it. So effective as a runner, but those same traits that make him a great runner, adept at getting those yards, well, he translates it now as a receiver in the open field.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's brought down after a short gain. Only a yard on the pickup, so that's going to bring them to 3rd down and 3.
Let's go now.
They kick the running back in motion. He steps in and makes the interception. And the Titans are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season. They'll get this drive started, 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, here's May. Brought in close to the 8. And he drives this forward to the 6. This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Here's Robinson. And he's charged towards the line. It's right around 3 yards.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
What was supposed to move the chains, or at least make 3rd down easier to handle instead, well, did the exact opposite here, Kate. Now makes this 3rd down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
Here's May, 3rd and goal. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Tennessee! The Titans parlay the interception into points. Point after try is good by Lutz. And the Titans break that tie and now lead by 7. The Titans kicking team out there as they get lined up and kick this away. He fields it from the 8. He stopped on the return at the 27. Here come the Texans as they get set to take over on offense. And they take over down 10-3 following that score. They'll run here on 1st down. He's only going to manage to get back to the line. Stopped by the unmistakable Max Crosby. 2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Love now to throw. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Throwing his Love on 3rd. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. And the Titans will take over as he records his 1st interception of our season. Okay, Brock, now back-to-back drives where they have picked him off. That's got to be a worrying trend for these coaches who know how integral the passing game is to their game plan and their success.
Those poker players, the best of them, when they figure out a tell, they know exactly how to beat their opponent. This defense right now, they're reading this quarterback like a book.
2nd and 3 now. From the gun, it's Robinson. And he's in for the touchdown. The Titans pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. It's a Bijan Robinson touchdown. Lots there to tack on the extra point. And the Titans double their lead to 14. The Titans kicking team out there as they get lined up and kick this away. Fielded at the 7. In pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The Texans and Jordan Love set to take over again. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. And this drive would be a win if they can just hang on to the football, Brock, coming off those back-to-back turnovers.
Go.
On 1st and 10, here's Love. He lofts it deep left. And this is going to end up incomplete. He really aired it out there on 1st down, but just couldn't make the connection. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down.
Go.
Love now. He's got a man left. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. We've hit the 2-minute warning now at NRG. The Texans looking for a score before halftime. So now here's 3rd and 5.
Let's go now. Hup.
Throwing, Love. Stays in the pocket. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. Here's Riley Dixon on now for the punt on 4th down. They needed 3 punts out of him in last week's loss as he sends this away. And this one did hit at the 8, but took a big bounce and finished its journey in the end zone for a touchback. The Titans and running back Bijan Robinson getting set to begin another drive. Patrick with the catch. What a hit. He gets flattened to the ground. 2nd and 3 now. From the 27. Gets this one to Patrick. And he stopped cold at the spot. Ooh, he paid for that one, but hey, still enough for that 1st down. Now we get a timeout taken by the Titans. That's their first. They've got 1st down from the 31.
Let's go.
To throw, here's May. He's on the move. Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. Looks like that last play convinces them to keep this one on the ground. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. Tennessee calling its 2nd timeout now. 3rd and 4 coming up now. Going play action, May. Sideline shot is snagged by Hawkinson. And he'll be across midfield and close to that 45 before going out. 1st down throw for May. Finds a seam down the middle. And he'll go down here at the 16. Now just before the break, a timeout taken by the offense. And they can try for some points going into the break. Only time left for one more snap, Brock, so they're going to run out their field goal unit. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. Just 4 seconds left, Brock. Only time for one play. Man, it's going to be a field goal try. He connected once, and a good chance here. This is inside of 35. Bertolet able to knock it through. And that makes this a 3-score game.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm, and no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm and start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. One last play before the break. Looking to throw. He puts some air under this one. Deep right. And disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball. Incomplete. So we're halfway through this final week of the regular season. Now we'll head over to Orlando, Florida. Check in with Jonathan Coachman for the EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Kate, we'll get back to you and Brock in a bit. For now, plenty of early action in the 1 o'clock Eastern window to get you caught up on. So let's get to it. We'll begin up at M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore. And it's the Dolphins who are out in front in the second quarter. Curtis Samuel, a touchdown reception. Next, we head off to check out another game. And you can see, currently they trail in that ball game. Kyler Murray throwing the football well. He has 3 touchdown passes. It was the former Longhorn Bijan Robinson who was tough to stop in that first half. He had a touchdown run that helped get his guys this halftime lead. This was an extremely one-sided first half. One team showed up ready to go. The other's been in a daze thus far, but there's still plenty of time left for this one to tighten up significantly.
As always, a hat tip to Coach for his hard work during the break, as we're happy to welcome y'all back for the start of our third quarter. This return starts at the 5. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The Texans are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And as we can see here, it hasn't been the easiest game for him to operate out there, right? A number of rough moments for him. This defense able to pick him off twice to highlight their performance against him. They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Here's Love to throw. Called in left side. On the move, past the 40. It's a 21-yard gain. And the Texans are going to have a first down. Markers reset, ball at the 37. Running back sent in motion. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. And it's going to be second down. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock, and physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose. I feel so bad, I really do. And I don't mean this sarcastically, Kate. I feel bad for these guys in coverage. I don't know how you defend some of these players today, because they get that drag route, they get one step inside of you, well, there's very little you can do other than make the tackle. Hey, range is not an optional feature for middle linebackers in today's game. It's a prerequisite for the job. And this guy definitely has it. Followed that play from the start, and he ended it with a loss. That's why they spend all the time on the practice field during the week. That kind of operation. Perfect rhythm, perfect timing, and a 2 for 2 for this kicker.
All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. Here's a return from the 7. He stopped on the return at the 27. The offense returning to the field now as we get a look at their wideouts. And he's been having such a great season in this offense. You can see actually top 5 in the league in receiving touchdowns so far. Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Only one play in, Brock, and this drive already to midfield. To the air on first down, May. And he won't escape this. The Texans take him down. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up. Another try following the sack. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. He was looking for T.J. Hawkinson. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long. From the gun, it's May. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up. On now comes their punter. And he wants to hit his second effort just as well as he hit his first. And he got a little too much leg into that one. That's a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity, no doubt. This ball's coming out to the 20. Houston's offense back out now and ready to go. And as much as we thought we'd be watching highlights here, talking about this passing game, Brock, it's been the guys on the other side of the ball who've come in and stolen that spotlight.
Yeah, and in an offensive-driven league, and one that's sometimes even legislated that way, it's nice and refreshing to see a defense put together an effort like this.
Amen.
Be the ones everybody's talking about for how well they've played on their side of the ball.
Thrown on 1st down, Love. Into the hands of Pat Fryermuth. And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29. They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. From the 29. Dialing up a receiver screen. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. And the Titans opting for a 50B, a nickel set, 3rd down. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Love throwing on 4th. He's going to loft one deep to the left. That's grabbed inside the 30. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain. Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, he falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. And it sets up 2nd down. Love from the gun. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Bend. Even good defenses, great defenses in this league, Kate, they're going to bend at times, but you never want to break. And when you get a sack in the red zone, well, that goes a long ways to helping your efforts.
He has it at the 5. And this is down all the way to the 3.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise.
And he will score. It's a Houston touchdown. The Texans shave some off the deficit late in the quarter. Cam Little to try the extra point. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Texans chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. 1st and 10 now from the 30. Operating from the gun, here's May. And there's a man there, it's intercepted. Picked by Alohi Gilman. And it's a pick 6 as he runs it in for the touchdown. But we all know getting the interception is the important thing, Brock. But how about this guy having the wherewithal to transition into a really nice return to then get the touchdown out of it, too?
Yeah, that's a great point. We talk about it with receivers, right? Getting vertical right away after making a catch. Same thing for these defenders when they make a pick. They secure the football, sure. But instantly they go back to their offensive days. They want that touchdown, and they want a moment they won't forget.
Only 1 quarter remaining now in these teams' regular season. And after that last-second score in the third, we'll resume play with a kickoff. A quick chance at redemption after that pick six as it's sent away. Has this at the 6. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. And just a week before the playoffs begin, partner, here's where teams stand as we play out this regular season finale. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. Now May coming off that pick. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Back to the air. It's May. Connecting on the slant. And a massive hit at the end of that play. Oh, baby. But he hangs on through it. Still able to get that 1st down. Completed out to the left on that quick throw. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, there was never a play in any playbook I ever saw designed for a lost yardage play when you throw the ball. But if there's any solace, at least it was 1st down. A couple more chances to make up for it. I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. To the air yet again, May. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Their punter making his way out now. J.K. Scott will kick it away. He's been hitting it well so far. This is another big one. And not his best punt here. He drops it several yards into the end zone. That's going to lead to a touchback. Out now come the Texans on offense. They really have the passing game clicking on that last touchdown drive, partner. We'll see if they stick with that or if they mix things up a bit on this series. On 1st down, they'll run. And he scampers ahead and gets 2 on the carry.
They got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get 1st downs against the better defenses in this league.
From the 22 on 2nd down. Throwing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Shotgun now for Love. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
They've got 1st down from the 31. They send a tight end in motion. Right up the gut. And he'll scurry forward for a pickup of 3.
Got to be rush hour, Kate, because there's a whole lot of traffic up the middle right there. He ran right into some gridlock, and he could only manage a few yards at most.
Here's 2nd and 7. This one is tipped away and incomplete. Good positioning to make a play on it. That forces 3rd down.
Man, that ball looked good out of his hands. It just couldn't get through the defense cleanly. Somebody tips it away and saves a potential completion.
He'll throw it. He's trying to lay it in deep along the right. Caught at the 20-yard line. And a huge run comes to an end as he heads out of bounds. Wow. That 100-yard mark, it's as coveted by receivers as it is by running backs. And he's now reached it with that last catch. Now they'll hit the line just outside the red zone following that big play.
Let's go now.
Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he gets up for a gain of about 4.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign where they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
And they send a man in motion.
Hey, smash.
Slot man motioned over.
Roll, roll, roll. Ready?
They give it to him again. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
I talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in a phone booth, yet have that explosiveness to chase a play on the outside down like that linebacker just did.
Back to throw it. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Cam Little now in a high-pressure spot. This is from 35 out on the left hash. Flying down the heart of the lane, and it's good! And late in the 4th, they have grabbed a lead. All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. Starting from the 5. This return makes it up to the 25. Out come the Titans for another offensive possession. And they'll try for better results this time around, Brock, after they had to punt it away last time out. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Setting up to pass. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Working across the middle, Brock. It is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and he couldn't do it.
And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31.
You know what I love to say? You never go broke taking a profit. And you often gain profits when you use your eyes as a quarterback. Those hitch routes, those underneath throws, oftentimes it's the eyes of the quarterback looking downfield and then taking that short completion.
And they got there in time. He's taken down. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down. Titans in the hurry up, trying to get this play off fast. Desperation time here on 4th. Looking to his fullback now. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. 2 timeouts remaining and some time left to use them. It's 1st and 10. Here he is to throw. Able to hit Robinson, complete. And they make the tackle at the 38. Tennessee calling its 2nd timeout now. To the line for a new set of downs. Only a lone timeout at their disposal. 1st and 10 are under Robinson. And he's tackled for a short gain. Titans in the hurry up, trying to get this play off fast. He'll look to throw it. Short pass brought in. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. The Titans call their 3rd and final timeout. Time not on their side here as they get set for 1st down. No timeouts remaining either. That could be it, folks. It's intercepted. Picked off by DJ Reed. And the Texans make the play that should win them this game. Oh, man, Brock, they decided to air it out in pursuit of a touchdown that time, but it's intercepted, and the visit to the red zone comes up empty.
And that one stings, Kate. It really does. You have a limited opportunity of looks in that close, particularly as we get through the 2nd half. But once you get, you have to finish with points.
Now we get a look at this Texans offense. They run out still in possession of a 3-point lead thanks to the efforts of their defense, Bronk, and now a chance to run out this clock.
And you do not want to put your defense back on the field in a tough position and needing another stand to end it. You take control of it. You make sure that defense is rested and celebrating, and hopefully you can pull out that victory formation.
So it's the Texans who defend their building and take the win. And they end the season on a great note, Brock, with a W in the final chapter of this year's